It's that time of year again when Google releases its annual search trends. What were the most searched recipes in 2022? Well, I've partnered with Google to cook one of them for you. The annual search results are really interesting because you get to find out what foods or recipes people are actually interested in, what they've been typing in the privacy of their own home. And it turns out there's some really delicious and kind of interesting results, like how to cook tripe. I mean, I like tripe, but it's a little bit random. But there are some delicious ones like jaffles. Oh, I love jaffles. There is egg salad, fish tacos, salmon patty recipes. I like that. It's a bit old school this year, isn't it? Now, the one that really stood out to me though is drunken chicken. I've had this so many times in restaurants, but I've never actually made it at home. So let's make it. We need to start with the whole chicken here because I need both the chicken bones and the chicken pieces. There's a little bit of technique here, but I'm going to show you the easy way to do it. Start with the legs. Pull them apart, start cutting through, and just follow that muscle all the way down. Once you get to the joint, just cut through it, and there you have your chicken leg. Do the other side, and now the chicken breast. Slice down on one side of the breastbone and just keep cutting through along that breastplate until you reach that joint near the wing. Cut through the joint, and there you have it. You've got your chicken breast. Cut the wing off, and now you're really getting somewhere. Finish off the other chicken breast, cut that wing, and you have portioned your own chicken. So now we're gonna make the broth, and this is actually one of my favorite ways to make kind of like a cheats stock without compromising any flavor. I need the wings and the bones to make my stock first of all. Add in some aromatics. I want some ginger and some spring onion. And then here we go with the secret ingredient. It is chicken stock cubes. Okay, so chicken stock cubes combined with chicken bones and aromatics will make you one of the greatest chicken broths of all time, I promise. Top that up with some water and then just simmer for 20 minutes. And after that, you're gonna have the most amazing chicken broth ever. If you Google how to make the most amazing chicken stock ever, you won't find this recipe because I've been hoarding it. Use a spoon to kind of scrape off some of that kind of gunky stuff that gets on the top as you go along. Now here we are with your chicken broth. Remove those bones, and because we have this really beautiful broth, I can now take my chicken pieces and pop them in. And this is the part where it's a little tricky. So you don't want to overcook your chicken pieces. They should be beautifully juicy by the end and just cooked through. So I'm going to leave them gently simmering in here along with some goji berries. And then simmer for 10 minutes only. Turn the heat off and then let those pieces just slowly cook in the residual heat for another 20 minutes. So now we're finally at the drunken part. You can't have drunken chicken without the drunken part, obviously. So take your Chinese Shaoxing wine, and yes, this is the reason why this dish is called drunken chicken, because the chicken actually sits and marinates in that Shaoxing drunken sauce. Shaoxing wine plus sugar plus a little bit of salt, and then take a cupful of your warm broth and mix all of that in together. So by now our chicken's had that gentle rest in the poaching liquid, but we want to stop it cooking from any further and drying out. So put your chicken into a bowl of ice water and just let those pieces cool down. And now is the time for the big cleaver. To serve everything up here, you just want to slice your chicken pieces. If you don't have a big cleaver, you could actually just shred the chicken meat itself, and you'll see just how juicy and tender it is. Pop that into a serving dish and then pour over your Shaoxing wine sauce. And there you go. This is a dish that's often served cold. I kind of like mine room temperature-ish. Serve it with rice and some other banquet things, and you have a very delicious chicken dish. And I think for a boiled chicken dish, this actually looks really beautiful. And if you haven't tried it before, I would highly recommend it. The flavor is so like elegant and beautifully chickeny and comforting. Let me get in here and see. Okay, that chicken is like silky. It's so juicy and beautiful. This is like a severely underrated dish. So good. No wonder it's one of the most searched recipes of 2022.